So, yeah. My lower body, particularly my ankles, feel incredibly sore. But 40th overall and 7th in my age group. Not bad for the first legitimate race I had in probably over a year. I mean, I was still incredibly slow, like, 20. I think my final time was 22:11, which, again, haven't really done much training throughout the year, other than the last few weeks. And, I guess I'll take it. I got a long way to go before I can get back to where I was before. I'll tell you what, though, that was a great way to start Thanksgiving, which does remind me, happy Black Friday, everybody. Yep. Assuming that some of you guys are in your homes right now because it's not quite time to go shopping yet, although, then again, there are some stores that are open at like Thanksgiving night for, Black Friday shopping, which reminds me, if you guys really do go that far as to go shopping on Thanksgiving night, why would you do that? Those people have homes to go to too. Why you gotta be that way? That's not cool. Well, actually, I mean, I get why, because, you want to make sure you get your gifts in time, you get all your Black Friday shopping done, which, I get it, but, today's the 23rd, which is actually my sister-in-law's birthday today, so, happy birthday, sis. So, with that said, it's November 23rd, and Christmas is December 25th. That's 32 days. I mean, I would say you would need, 32 minus 7, 25 of those days to make sure you get your shopping done, just in case shipping your gifts to wherever takes about a week to do, at most, unless you overnight ship it, which, doesn't really matter. But assuming that you need a week to make sure all your gifts get to wherever they need to go, you have 25 days. That's a pretty good amount of time, right? I don't know, that's just me. I honestly once thought about going Black Friday shopping just to laugh at those who actually go out and do it. Tell you what though, the Best Buy that's near here usually has a gigantic line. That was crazy. And I will admit, I've been guilty of going Black Friday shopping on Thanksgiving night once. I did, but then I saw the Nostalgia Critic, and then I realized it was kind of stupid to do. But enough about that. You want to talk about, what's going on? Well, obviously Thanksgiving was yesterday. I had a lovely meal with my family. There was turkey, that green bean casserole, the butternut squash puree, the mashed potatoes, the stuffing, the gravy. Oh, it was delicious. And several different kinds of pie. There was pumpkin pie, apple pie, pecan pie, chocolate pie. It's already making my mouth water. I want to have more of it. But, yeah. And obviously, there's cranberry sauce and 2 kinds of salad. I believe one was a mac salad, but I forget what the other one was. To be honest, I don't really go for the salads because, that's just, it takes away from the good stuff. Want to have the turkey and the stuffing, all the hot food, Although, one interesting thing that happened this night, one of my cousins actually brought a pork shoulder that, you can just, pry apart, it was really tender. That was really good, too. Put that under some turkey gravy. Oh, it was delicious. But, yeah, yesterday overall was a really good day. Especially when you consider the fact that my Cowboys won! My Cowboys won! That was so exciting. The rightful order is now restored. That is my response to that, ladies and gentlemen. The rightful order is now restored. It is restored. The Cowboys are now number 1 in the NFC East, and I know next week we have a veritable gauntlet, considering that it's the Saints, but honestly, if we didn't win last night, we did not deserve to win the AFC East. Straight up. If we can't beat a backup quarterback with backup offensive linemen for the Redskins, then yeah, we did not deserve to go to the play. We did not deserve to win the division. But we're first place in the division right now, or at least we're tied for first place. I forget how that works. Maybe someone in the comments can fill me in on that. But yeah, we're number one in the division, which is awesome. And I know yesterday I picked the Lions to win, but that's really because A, the Lions always play on Thanksgiving, and of course, I feel bad for the teams that want to play on Thanksgiving. And B, I had no idea that the Lions were playing the Bears. This is probably the first time ever that the Bears have played and I didn't pick them to win. So, I am sorry. I didn't really look at the schedule, but in my defense, I was really mostly worried about running my 5K yesterday morning, and come on, the only game that really mattered for me was the Cowboys. And admittedly, I stayed up a little late last night watching the Saints-Falcons game, which, of course, I knew the Saints would win. I picked the Saints yesterday to win. So, yeah. All in all, yesterday was pretty darn good. Gonna get ready for this weekend. We're gonna celebrate. See, my mother's birthday was actually on Wednesday. So yeah, I had my mother's birthday, then Thanksgiving, then my sister-in-law's birthday, which is actually really cool. But we're gonna be celebrating with gusto, if you will, my mother's birthday and my sister-in-law's birthday on Sunday. See, my sister-in-law and my brother went to go visit her parents in Connecticut. So, yeah, they're not here right now. Which is a real shame because I got them a lovely card. I got my sister-in-law a lovely card and birthday gift, which I can't wait to give it to her. So, if you're watching, sis, look forward to that, please. Let's see. Well, I guess I can get into the other usual Thursday happenings that go on. For starters, yesterday's episode of Hot Ones, Pistons forward Blake Griffin. That was actually a really cool episode. And you know what? He definitely proved his mettle. Blake Griffin, he is awesome. I think he may be my new favorite professional basketball player. I don't know. But, yeah. That was a really good episode. Although, it was funny because when I got home from my race yesterday, and keep in mind, for those of you who are in the Corning, Horseheads, Elmira, Big Flats area, you know how cold it was yesterday. It was awful. Although, believe it or not, it's actually colder out today now than it was yesterday morning. It's 3 degrees right now outside. Seriously, I'm wearing like a layer of Under Armour and like another layer of clothing underneath this just because of how cold it is right now. It's crazy. But, I got home from the race yesterday, watched a little bit of Hot Ones, thinking that, subtext would make me feel warm after feeling so cold. I'm like, no, this isn't working. I took like the longest hot shower ever. Like, turned up the hot water like all the way up. Seriously, I could not get any warmer if I, I need, warmth. Fire good. Seriously, it was so cold yesterday. Seriously, it was so cold yesterday. I had, 2 sets of gloves on. My hands are still cold. And I have, my shoes and socks on. My toes are feeling cold. How does that work? Then again, I've always had, for lack of a better analogy, cold feet. Seriously, some people just have, hot hands or hot feet. I have, the opposite problem. I have cold hands and cold feet. I guess theoretically, if I was making like a pastry dough that involved keeping the dough really cold, that would probably suit me very well. I don't know. Yes, that's something I could do. And yeah. So I mean, I'm so glad of. I mean, I'm pretty good with what I did yesterday, considering how very undertrained I was. Well, I guess I have a long way to go to get back to where I was before. Hopefully by the end of this year I'll get a lot closer, but we'll have to see about that. I guess the only other thing to talk about is holy cow, 2 weeks and I'm already digging the second act of Wano already. Few revelations happened. A few people that I thought died came are not dead, which is actually kind of cool and bad considering this was a bad. You know what, you guys are gonna. I'll have a link to the chapter in the descriptions up top or below, whatever form of social media platform you guys are watching on. But yeah, One Piece chapter 925, definitely worth waiting 2 weeks for. Considering that they finally revealed what a certain someone looks like after 2 years. Oh, yeah, sorry. The only thing you really need to know right now is that around 2010, in September, One Piece actually took a month off to prepare for a literal 2-year time skip in the One Piece universe. So, yeah, everybody looks different after 2 years, and we saw a certain someone look different after 2 years. So, again, you'll be seeing who it is soon enough. I'll put links in the description up top and below. And that's really about it. Now you gotta prepare for the weekend, because it is Friday. You know what? I also have to be proud of myself of one thing, because it's been roughly nearly 2 weeks since Rita's is closed, and I haven't needed to use any of my rations that I stocked up for the winter yet. Although my rule of thumb is I usually don't do anything about that until like December and then sometime after. Although, if I'm going by math, and if Rita's does in fact open on March 1st of 2019, let's see, 28 days in February, plus 31 days in January and December, and the remainder of November. You know what? That's what I'm going to look at it as. Because I'd say November 21st, which was my mom's birthday, as 100 days left. And by that logic, we are 2% of the way there as of right now. Yay! So, yeah, I guess when it gets to maybe 10%, I'll think about having some. That's my plan. I guess I'll stick to it. And speaking of ice, I better get out into the freezing cold elements to get on with my day. So, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm going to be chilling. As always, I am very humbled I made this video. For all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today, I'm hopeful y'all have a wonderful Black Friday. And I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, Definitely a good idea to wish you guys a happy belated Thanksgiving if you didn't already do that. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. So take care, and have a wonderful Friday, ladies and gentlemen.